Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 7, Book 72, number 817. Narrated by Aisha. An Ansari girl was married and she became sick and all her hair fell out, intending to provide her with false hair. They asked the Prophet, who said, Allah has cursed the lady who artificially lengthens her or someone else's hair, and also the one who gets her hair lengthened. Volume 7, Book 72, number 818. Narrated by Asma. The daughter of Abu Bakr, a woman came to Allah's apostle and said, I married my daughter to someone, but she became sick and all her hair fell out, and, because of that, her husband does not like her. May I let her use false hair? On that the Prophet cursed such a lady as artificially lengthening her or someone else's hair or got her hair lengthened artificially. Volume 7, Book 72, number 819. Narrated by Asma. The daughter of Abu Bakr, Allah's apostle, has cursed such a lady as artificially lengthening her or someone else's hair or gets her hair lengthened. Volume 7, Book 72, number 820. Narrated by Ibn Umar. Allah's apostle said, Allah has cursed such a lady as lengthens her or someone else's hair artificially or gets it lengthened, and also a lady who tattoos herself or someone else, or gets herself tattooed. Volume 7, Book 72, number 821. Narrated by Sa'id bin al-Musayyab. Muawiyah came to Medina for the last time and delivered a sermon. He took out a tuft of hair and said, I thought that none used to do this, i.e. use false hair, except Jews. The Prophet labeled such practice, i.e. the use of false hair, as cheating. Volume 7, Book 72, number 822. Narrated by Al-Qama. Abdullah cursed those women who practiced tattooing and those who removed hair from their faces and those who created spaces between their teeth artificially to look beautiful. Such ladies as changed what Allah has created. Yaqub said, What is that? Abdullah said, Why should I not curse those who were cursed by Allah's apostle and are referred to in Allah's book? She said to him, By Allah, I have read the whole Quran but I have not found such a thing. Abdullah said, By Allah, if you had read it carefully, you would have found it. Allah says smiley face, and what the apostle gives you take it and what he forbids you abstain from it. 59.7. Volume 7, Book 72, number 823. Narrated by Ibn Umar. The Prophet has cursed the lady who lengthens her hair artificially and the one who gets her hair lengthened, and also the lady who tattoos herself or others, and the one who gets herself tattooed. Volume 7, Book 72, number 824. Narrated by Asma. A woman asked the Prophet saying, 0 Allah's apostle, my daughter got measles and her hair fell out. Now that I got her married, may I let her use false hair? He said to her, Allah has cursed the lady who lengthens hair artificially and the one who gets her hair lengthened artificially. Volume 7, Book 72, number 825. Narrated by Ibn Umar. I heard the Prophet saying, or the Prophet said, Allah has cursed the lady who practices tattooing and that who gets it done for herself, and also the lady who lengthens hair artificially and that who gets her hair lengthened artificially. The Prophet has cursed such ladies. Volume 7, Book 72, number 826. Narrated by Ibn Mas'ud. Allah has cursed those women who practice tattooing or get it done for themselves, and those who remove hair from their faces, and those who create spaces between their teeth artificially to look beautiful, such ladies as change the features created by Allah. Why then shall I not curse those whom Allah's apostle has cursed and who are cursed in Allah's book too? Volume 7, Book 72, number 827. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's apostle said, "The evil eye is a fact, and he forbade tattooing." Volume 7, Book 72, number 828. Narrated by Abdullah. As above, 827. Volume 7, Book 72, number 829. Narrated by Abu Juhayfa. The Prophet forbade the use of the price of blood and the price of a dog, the one who takes, eats, usury, the one who gives usury, the woman who practices tattooing and the woman who gets herself tattooed. Volume 7, Book 72, number 830. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. A woman who used to practice tattooing was brought to Umar. Umar got up and said, "I beseech you by Allah, which of you heard the Prophet saying something about tattooing?" El got up and said, "Zero, chief of the believers." El heard something. He said, "What did you hear?" I said, "I heard the Prophet, addressing the ladies, saying, 'Do not practice tattooing and do not get yourselves tattooed.'" Volume 7, Book 72, number 831. Narrated by Ibn Umar. The Prophet has cursed the lady who lengthens hair artificially and that who gets her hair lengthened in such a way, and the lady who practices tattooing and that who gets it done for herself. Volume 7, Book 72, number 832. Narrated by Abdullah. Allah has cursed those women who practice tattooing and those who get it done for themselves, and those who remove hair from their faces, and those who artificially create spaces between their teeth to look beautiful, such women as alter the features created by Allah. Why should I not then curse those whom Allah's apostle has cursed and that is in Allah's book? Volume 7, Book 72, number 833. Narrated by Abu Talha. The Prophet said, "Angels do not enter a house in which there is a dog or there are pictures." Volume 7, Book 72, number 834. Narrated by Muslim. We were with Masruq at the house of Yasser bin Numair. Masruq saw pictures on his terrace and said, "I heard Abdullah saying that he heard the Prophet saying, 'The people who will receive the severest punishment from Allah will be the picture makers.'" Volume 7, Book 72, number 835. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. Allah's apostle said, "Those who make these pictures will be punished on the day of resurrection, and it will be said to them, 'Make alive what you have created.'" Volume 7, Book 72, number 836. Narrated by Aisha. I never used to leave in the Prophet house anything carrying images or crosses, but he obliterated it. Volume 7, Book 72, number 837. Narrated by Abu Zur'a. Entered a house in Medina with Abu Hurairah, and he saw a man making pictures at the top of the house. Abu Hurairah said, I heard Allah's apostles saying that Allah said, who would be more unjust than the one who tries to create the like of my creatures? Let them create a grain. Let them create a gnat. Abu Hurairah then asked for a water container and washed his arms up to his armpits. I said, 0 Abu Hurairah, is this something you have heard from Allah's apostle? He said, the limit for ablution is up to the place where the ornaments will reach on the day of resurrection. Volume 7, Book 72, number 838. Narrated by Aisha. Allah's apostle returned from a journey when I had placed a curtain of mine having pictures over the door of a chamber of mine. When Allah's apostle saw it, he tore it and said, the people who will receive the severest punishment on the day of resurrection will be those who try to make the like of Allah's creations. So we turned it, i.e., the curtain, into 1 or 2 cushions.